Raising the Bar Sports Picks, where we give picks and analysis on some of our favorite games and at the same time have an ice cold beverage. Today is January 26th, 2020. Yesterday we went 7-2. 7-2. That means we were moving 9 units yesterday. We moved 9 units and with a 75 to 80% win percentage. That's incredible. All right. If we could do that every single day, we're going to make some money. And hopefully you guys placed some type of bet yesterday based on the picks we made. But today we're going to try to get better. Do better than 75, 80%. And I think we could do it. All right. Our ice cold beverage for today is New Jersey Beer Company, the Garden State Stout. Now, it's the Garden State. And this IPA, you got to do it, right? All right. It's 6.6% alcohol by volume. It's a nice little can. All right. You see it? And here, we're going to maybe one day somebody could give me a lesson on how to pour beer, because my buddy Billy, shout out to him, gave me a good critique about my videos. I'm not supposed to have this much head. I mean, and I'm not being perverted, all right? I mean it in a good way about beer, okay? This is like 6 inches of head, all right? Now, 6 inches, all right, or 8 inches, that'll be good in probably any other situation in life, right? But I guess all this head, I'm not supposed to have. So I'm going to get better. I'm going to get better pouring, and we're going to get better with the picks, all right? So moving on. Yesterday we were 7-2. The Sixers, they're my team, all right? See it? And they surprised the hell out of me. I don't know why, right? Because they already won 2 out of the previous 2 against the Lakers. And Ben Simmons just came out and balled, right? In my yesterday's show, I said, Ben Simmons is not going to be able to, rule the paint. Well, he ruled the paint. He did his thing. And if he could keep playing like that without Joel Embiid, pray to God when Joel Embiid comes back, he could keep playing like that. And I feel like no one will be able to stop them, right? I mean, they got the size, they got the shooters, and they got the bench. So hopefully we could keep on going. One sec. And also the second loss we had, Atlanta or Arizona, losing to Arizona State. Now, they were down by 22 points and came back to win that. You cannot predict that. That's just a ballsy effort, and kudos to them, but they made me lose my ticket, but we made some money yesterday. All right, moving on to today's picks. First game I'm going to look at is Toronto and San Antonio. Toronto, San Antonio. Toronto, against the spread, the last 10, they're 5-5. San Antonio, the last 10, 6-4. Toronto, last 10 over under, 7-3. San Antonio, the last 10, 6-4. Toronto, the last 10 money line, 8-2. And San Antonio, 6-4. They both have winning records, right? And I'm going to go with my pick for today for that game is Toronto with the money line. And that game is lighted for 4:05, the start time. So Toronto Raptors, money line win. Next game I want to look at is Brooklyn Nets versus the New York Knicks. New York versus New York, right? That's a start time of 6 o'clock tonight. They're over the points, New York, by 1.5 right now. They're over under 223. Brooklyn, against the spread, the last 10, they're 3-7. New York, they're 5-5. Over under, last 10, Brooklyn, they're 6-4. New York Knicks, they're 5-5. Money line, Brooklyn, last 10, they're 3-7. New York, they're 2-8. I'm going to take the under with this. That's a 2 unit, by the way. And so the Toronto game, also a 2 unit. I clicked on my screen. Next game I want to look at is Boston Celtics against New Orleans Pelicans. That's good. Yeah, that's all right. Has like a chocolate aftertaste. So if you like chocolate, it's pretty good. All right, Boston against the spread. Last 10, they are 6-4. New Orleans, they are 7-3. The over/under, the last 10, 6-4 for Boston, 8-2 for New Orleans. The money line, the last 10, they were 5-5. And New Orleans is 5-5. I'm going to go with Boston to win. Money line. And that is a 4 unit. 4. Remember, we'll go from 1 to 5, and that's the grading system. Next, we have the Washington Wizards against Atlanta. Washington against the spread, last 10 are 6-4, and Atlanta is 3-2. Over under, Washington, the last 10, they're 5-5, and Atlanta is 7-3. Money line, the last 10, Washington's 5-5, Atlanta is 2-3. I'm taking the under for this game, which the total points is 242 at this point. I'm taking the under. Next, we have Memphis Grizzlies against the Suns. Start time for this game is 6 o'clock. And the total points are 233.5 at this point. Against the spread, Memphis by 2.5, and the total points is 233.5. Against the spread, the last 10, Phoenix is 3-2, and Memphis is 2-3. Over under, last 10, Phoenix is 2-3, and Memphis is 1-4. Money line, last 10, Phoenix is 3-2, Memphis is 3-2. I'm going to take the over. And it's a 1 unit. Last game I'm going to take today is LA Clippers against Orlando. LA Clippers against Orlando. Last 10 we have against the spread, which right now LA is favored by 3.5, and over under is 218.5. Last 10 against the spread, the Clippers are 4-6, and Orlando is 6-4. Over under, the Clippers are 5-4-1, and Orlando is 3-6-1. Money line, last 10, Clippers are 7-3, and Orlando is 5-5. Clippers have been producing a lot of points lately, and they have been scoring when they want, how they want, but not so with the Magic. So with that being said, I'm taking the under. And that's a 1 unit. I also think that the Clippers are going to win this game. I would take that Clippers money line. Moving on, jump to NCAA real quick. Pick out a couple games. Waiting for the computer to load. So we take a drink break. There are a few games here that I absolutely love. So I'm going to give you those and only those. I'm going to take San Diego State Aztecs. They're playing the Rebels at 4 o'clock. And if I don't hurry, this video is never going to get there in time. That's the money line. Again, I like to add these college games to my ticket just to boost the ticket up a little bit. Oregon Ducks. With the spread 12.5. And these are all 2 units. I'm going to take St. Louis Billikens. They play at 3 o'clock. They play Fordham Rams. And I'm going to take that with the money line. With the money line, when it's so high, you could do first half if they're first. You think they're first half. If they're projected to win that much, take the first half. All right, you can probably cut those odds back in your favor by half. Lastly, I'm going to take Houston Cougars. With the money line. And that's all of them. We have a lot of picks here. San Antonio versus Toronto. Money line. Brooklyn Nets. We're taking the under with that game. That's a 2 unit. We're taking Boston versus the Pelicans. We're taking Boston. Money line. That's a 4 unit. That's my favorite play of the day. Washington Wizards. We're taking the under in that game against Atlanta. 242. That's a 2 unit. We're taking the over in the Suns and Memphis Grizzlies game. That's a 1 unit. We're taking the LA Clippers versus Orlando. It's a 1 unit. And we're also taking the under. NCAA basketball. We're taking San Diego Aztec. Money line. Oregon Ducks. We're taking the 12.5. We're taking the Billikens with the money line. And we're taking Houston Cougars. Money line. Those are picks for today. Hopefully we have a good day like we did yesterday. I'm going to keep on drinking this beer. It's really, really good. I'll have a show for you soon. And hopefully you all win money today. Thank you for visiting the bar.